Welcome back to your favorite convention-related podcast, Con Job. This week, Dylan and I are going to be doing I want to say it's a review, but it's really not. It's more of a gripe. We have one of his helpers on. Matt is going to be on to help us talk about a show called FanFusion, which took place in Collinsville, Illinois, November 22nd through the 24th. And when I say FanFusion, obviously you're going to be thinking of Phoenix, but do not think of Phoenix because you will be grossly mistaken. So sit tight on this one. Enjoy. Without further ado, we are back and we have a very interesting show this week. Dylan, you're back and we are joined by one of your employees, Mr. Matt Luschek. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Glad to be here. How's it going?
It's going. This one, I don't know where to start with it. I've been hearing stories, so now I get to hear it from the horse's mouth on this one. So the show we're talking about is it's FanFusion, but it's not the FanFusion that everybody knows about.
Yeah, what do you think of, listeners, when you hear FanFusion? You think, one of our top 10 shows. All right, here we go. Let's sign me up.
You think about the nice warm weather in Phoenix, but this one took place November 22nd through the 24th in Collinsville, Illinois. So let's talk about first the difference between this FanFusion and the FanFusion. So Matt, how did this one come? Like, what are the differences? Just let's start with the name.
I mean, I was going to start with the name, which is something that we didn't, and I imagine many people didn't catch. I believe the FanFusion, that's a good show, has a space between the words fan and fusion. And this one, after some research that weekend, we realized there was no space between them. Not something that would normally be, a big deal or jump out if the show's great. Okay, whatever. The website, I think, is FanFusion Entertainment. I believe the we'll call it the real one. I don't know what it is, but it's not that. Yeah, so right off the bat, there was that. It was in a hotel. It was in a DoubleTree. And we've done hotel shows before, so, sometimes they're all right. 3-day show. Had a decent-looking guest list. A bunch of Star Trek folks were supposed to be there. They ended up canceling. There was,
if they were ever going to be there.
If they were ever going to be there. I mean, that's also true. Maybe they weren't, and they just said they were. The Sandlot kids did show up. Some
Was Benny the Jet there too?
I don't know. I don't know all the Sandlot people. I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry. And it even worse because they're all grown up now, and I'm like, I have no idea. Like if I saw them walking down the street,
the only one I feel like looks exactly the same is Smalls.
Yeah, probably.
Killing me, Smalls. Yeah. He looks exactly the same. Yeah. He's still short and pudgy. Could be a perfect picture.
He was not there.
Okay.
There were a few character actors you might have recognized from things they were there from Twister and some other movies. The only guy I recognized he was in Twister. He was he was in People Under the Stairs, I think. He was also the guy who was in that Got Milk commercial from years ago where he's with the Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Yeah, Aaron Burr. Yeah.
That was great. It's my favorite one.
That guy looks exactly the same.
In the library, he was at the Alexander Hamilton Museum or something.
Yes,
Who killed Alexander Hamilton?
Yeah, and there was a lot of child actors there. I forget who the other ones were, but there were a lot of celebrities, not huge names, but they were there. So you think, all right, this might not be too bad. Not good. Not good at all. Shall I continue, or did you have other questions?
Well, so normally we start off saying
quick,
how's
real quick.
But,
hold on, real quick. The good one, or the normal FanFusion that everybody knows about, is PhoenixFanFusion.com. So
there you go.
You said you weren't sure, so I looked that up real fast. So
when was the tell sign that this is not that same company? Because I mean, we booked the show, and normally we say how's load in. Were you immediate something's off, or just another show?
I mean, like I said, hotel shows you just load in through the front door usually, or something like that. And that wasn't really it didn't really give me any red flags yet. After getting in there though and looking at the space, I was like, there's not a lot of space in here. They had two, maybe it was one ballroom that was cut in half. I'm not sure, but it was not a lot of space. And I walk around and I'm seeing about 14 vendors, and I'm like, all right. So they had, and I was told later, because I didn't load in until right before the show started Friday morning. And I was told by one of the other vendors that they were trying to put all of the vendors into one room, and they didn't fit, and the vendors complained, so they put them into two rooms. Then there was a big room that had tables set up for celebrities and one across the hall for celebrities. So I'm like, well, all right. But yeah, and our booth was like I don't know, 22 by 6, but it wasn't really 6 because it included the tables, but the tables were like those thin tables, like 4 by 2 or not even 2.
Yeah, like 18 inches.
They put like 2 of them together, and they covered it with too wide to cover it with something to make it look like it was a real table under there. So when I went to move one, I'm like, this is all falling apart. What's going on here?
You had no room behind the booth then at all.
Not a lot of room back there. I mean, maybe 3 feet after the tables in the backdrop. Not even, maybe a couple feet. So we're back against the wall. The vendor in front of us had put up a giant, grid wall with stuff all piled up on top of it. So I'm like, oh man, I'm not even gonna be able to see anybody when I come in here. You deal with that stuff, and I was kind of trying to figure out how to set up the booth to deal with that. But that when I was like, there's not a lot of vendors in here. I don't know about this. That was when I started to kind of wonder. And so this is Friday. Everybody, vendors are all ready to go. We're all there, waiting for something to happen.
What were the hours for the Friday?
I want to say, I'm not sure. I want to say like 10 to 7, like a normal kind of hours.
So just so people know, normally we would
it was noon. It was noon because it was Friday. It was later. That's right.
Okay, because normally we would just go to the website and look this information up. So if you go to the website now, fanfusionentertainment.com, it just says stay tuned.
Yeah. So, you can stay tuned probably forever and never see that website.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I was asking. And,
I think they said noon, and then we were all like, all right. And then like an hour went by, and then somebody was like, oh no, I think it was actually 1. So like, okay, well, there's still hope then.
Awful.
But it's a Friday. I mean, and Collinsville is not a booming metropolis in any way. There's,
you don't say.
That's the first time I was ever hearing of the city.
I didn't even know. I was about to ask you, are you sure it's in Illinois?
Yeah. Well, what's funny was it was right next to an event center, and people were like, we thought it was in there, and it turned out it was. The vendors were like, oh, when I didn't see anybody, I checked the information again, and no, it's next door at the DoubleTree. So all right, why they didn't have it at the event center, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't matter anyway, because I don't know that they were actually trying to do a show. So
right.
And there's always that whole, well, it's Friday, people come in after work and things like that. You always have that. It'll get better around 5 or 6. Nah, it didn't get better. There were nobody. Like there was nobody there. I think throughout the weekend, I could say confidently fewer than 20 people were attending this show.
Throughout the weekend?
The whole weekend.
Yeah, well, now keep in mind.
When you say 20, like legitimately 20 people.
And I would say those people were probably guests of the hotel who were just like, hey, what's going on in here?
Oh, my God.
Because I know that some people did. Some people came by and were like, they let us open a door next to where me and a couple other vendors were, so people could come in that way, too, from the lobby. And, some people were like, hey, what's going on? What's this? And we're like, you have to pay? And we're like, no, just come in here. We're not. No, you just get in here.
Pay
buy
me
something,
instead.
Anything. Yeah. No, it was
buy a
awesome.
bottle cap.
Anything. Yeah, seriously. I'll give you a bottle cap if you come in and at least look at my stuff.
Just
talk
look.
to me.
Yeah. Holy crap. 20. I'm sorry. I can't get past the 20. I thought you were going to say like.
I mean, that would have been crazy if it was just Friday, but no. Because
that was all of it.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, I guess I shouldn't. I can't say it was the whole weekend because I think almost all the vendors left on Saturday. So Oh, maybe everybody showed up on Sunday. I don't know, but there was no one there. No one was left.
Oh my gosh.
So,
But
needless to
real
say,
quick, before you go any further, Dylan, what was the booth cost for this show? Because you had a 10 by
So
20?
it
Or,
was
I'm
well,
sorry,
it
a
was
22
kind
by
of that
6?
equivalent. It was
yeah.
3 tables, which, like you said, kind of amounted to 22 feet, a little screwy thing. Which, again, all these red flags that I mean, we've at shows, and I saw the name FanFusion. Hey,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds good. Let's do it. I saw a guest list. I saw what looked like a good website, which you can't tell now because they basically gutted it to just a stay tuned page. But we're like, sure, yeah. Well, we have a slow weekend. Let's go ahead and do that. So I think our booth ended up costing $750 for 3 tables, and so we do that. I don't look at sales until Saturday, and then I look and I go, oh, no sales. And I thought, oh no, did I send him a day, or like was it just a Saturday Sunday show? I'm like, what have I done? And no.
It was a no day show.
Oh man, it was a vacation to Collinsville
Yeah. Oh, man, I
in
didn't even make
November.
it to the Denny's. Yeah.
Is Waffle House open?
Yeah, I think there was a Waffle House as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah, the vendors, 14 of us that were there, we all got to know each other pretty well because we didn't have anything else to do but talk to each other,
Should have just
walk
played
around.
badminton or something.
Yeah, just bust out some
Pickleball.
cards. Yeah,
Lobby.
right. This is God. Just
Holy
You said that you guys all had dinner with the showrunner, right?
I didn't. Some of the other vendors did.
How did he make it out
Because
alive?
most of the vendors were local, so they knew each other, and I guess they knew the showrunner too from, I don't know, somewhere. He did some other show, I think, in Illinois before. Yeah, and the vendor that was next to me said, yeah, a bunch of us went to dinner with him, kind of thinking he'd at least pick up the check, and he did not. And he said he didn't say anything the entire time. Like, didn't even say, "Hey guys,
he
I
didn't. No,
don't know what's
sorry.
going on.
No.
Sorry, nothing, just nothing."
Oh my
That's
gosh,
the story I heard.
That's craziness.
So yeah, so people were mad, and some people were, more vocal about that than others. There was one vendor who, he went in there and yelled at him, and was trying to get some money back. I don't know if he did. I don't know if we did. I don't know what happened with that, but. I heard that Saturday afternoon, all of the celebrities were in another room with the showrunner demanding their money so they could get the hell out of there. And he didn't want to give it to them. He wanted them to still come on Sunday, which is like, why? Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
You could, I mean, who cares? If no one's here, what's it going to make the difference? Just pay him so they can get out of it. Probably because he didn't have the money. I would be surprised if they ever got their money, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I did talk to one of the celebrities Sunday after I was gone, and I said, "Hey, did anybody show up Sunday?" I texted him, and he was like, "I came in, said hi, bye, and left." And I was like, "All right." So,
Yeah, because on that note, early Saturday, I was like, "Hey, let's get you the hell out of there!" Like, there's so we changed some things around and just flew him home Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Okay. So where did you come from? Where do you live?
I'm in Vegas.
Oh, so that's a hike.
I mean, I didn't walk all of it. I had a mule.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
No,
that mule
there
must
was,
have been
other things that like we discovered on the website. There was like, a photo of a bunch of people at a show.
We didn't even talk about that. Yeah.
You look closely, and it's AI. Their hands are all screwy, and things were not right.
We will have to post this, on Instagram.
I think I have the photo. I sent to you, Dylan, but yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, first glance, like they're advertising. This guy has like 3 hands and a face that's facing the other direction. It's just like a crowded room.
Yeah.
That's their advertising. Again, all these red flags. I guess I'm victim shaming myself. I'm like, these are all avoidable things, but when you're managing so many shows, and you see a name that you trust, you just go for it and say, all right,
come on,
let's
Dylan, get it together now.
For real, dude. I had to eat.
I'm gonna start a show. I'm gonna start a show here in Florida. We'll call it San Diego Comic-Con West Palm Beach. And see if I can do a very similar thing. It seems like a nice money grab.
Mega in there somewhere too.
Yeah. Probably Perfect.
Sure. So all of those things really made me think that this was never supposed to be anything. He was just it was a scam of some sort. I think. I mean, and other vendors there were like, we never found anything on Instagram promoting this. Nothing, like no social media stuff. I've done some bad shows. I can name some names of them if you want, but nothing was as bad as this. And
It
at
sounds
least
like
those
it.
bad shows, a few people show up, because if there's
Yeah.
any amount of promotion, there's going to be a few people that don't have
Right.
anything better to do on a
If you build it,
Saturday.
they come.
Yeah.
Some couple of people will show up and be like, well, let's just check it out. I live down the street. Why not? But there was like, I really think the only people that came in there were guests of the hotel of the DoubleTree. So
Did you at least
it
get
was,
a nice room?
oh no, I didn't get put up in the DoubleTree.
Oh, you had to Uber there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Or you took your mule.
The stuff I did.
You took your
Yeah,
mule.
no, I had the mule. Yeah. The Uber mule is my new idea for something. If you're interested in investing, let me know. No, I was at the La Quinta down the street a little bit, but there was nothing around to do. There was kind of one of those off the freeway sort of places, and so even then it was
Everything
like,
closes at 8, right? The show ends at 8.
Yeah,
I know how those go.
Yeah, no, there's nothing going on. But yeah, no, everybody was just like, I don't know about this. Yeah. I'm trying to think
There's
if there's
really not much
anything.
more to say. We normally have our structure, but it's like if you leave mid Saturday
Yeah,
along with all the other vendors, and
We don't need to talk about load in or load out. We don't need to talk about
No, load on was fine.
Yeah,
It was
walked right out.
locked right out. No, Dylan was like, get out of there now. It was, I don't know, that was like 1 o'clock or something on Saturday. I'm like, I'll wait till the first domino falls and then I'll go. And then I'd say about 2, I saw somebody starting to pack up. I'm like, that's all I needed. I don't want to be the first guy to do it. So,
Yeah. So
because I think it's a lot to take out. So
the $1 million question then, was there any sales?
yes.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Dylan, did you want to disclose the grand
sure,
total?
remind me what we did, because it was on Saturday, because I know there was 0 on Friday.
I believe that the grand total for the weekend, we took in $35.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody
I'm
bought
so
a
sorry.
poster and a keychain or something. I don't know.
I
I don't remember what it
You're
was.
like, just take it, dude. Please, just pay me cash, please. I don't want to pay fees on this thing.
Yeah, there's going to be fees on that. No, vendors were basically buying from each other. We're just passing money back and forth. It was just,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just a joke. I mean, it was. It did get comical at some point, because it's just like,
I'm sure it's the only thing you can do to stay sane.
like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I think Saturday I went in Saturday morning and walked around to several of the vendors and just asked, how many sales did you have yesterday? You don't tell me how much, just how many sales did you have Friday? And I think the one that won topped
Leader
out
of the
at
clubhouse.
3 or 4 sales, I think, was the winner for Friday. Yeah.
Man.
Most people said 1 or nothing. Yeah.
Wow.
It was,
Well, let
yeah.
that be a lesson to, I guess, I don't even know. How do you combat this, Dylan? Like, what do we do going forward? Just do a little research on every show?
Do
Check
more
your spelling.
research, and,
Check your grammar. Put a little space in between your words.
What? There's still shows that will do that. If you look at their Facebook, it's like maybe they have 1,000 people that like it, and it's like you can't. Especially if it's like their first show, and
I know Meg likes to look at follower count.
if it's ever a show that is their second year, the number one thing we always do to vet it is we just do a walkthrough. You go, because
you can
customers
check
are always doing
YouTube or something.
walkthroughs, and you see what it looked like the last year. And obviously, you can't do that for a first-time show, but
first time shows they're risky. I've never had one this bad that I've heard of. So, but again, the name that's what's getting me. It's like, really, they got people on the name just to kind of cash in. I mean, granted, luckily they weren't charging an arm and a leg for the booths, so that's nice. Sometimes it's like, hey, FanFusion, and it's $1,000 a booth. And so you're paying on the name.
They were charging $50 a day for attendance, and I think $100 for the 3 days. And they were claimed that they sold
for attendees, like tickets.
Yeah. And they claimed that they had pre-sold tickets.
They claimed like 800,000 tickets that they sold.
800,000?
800 to 1,000.
Oh, I was like,
800,000, close to a million tickets. No.
yeah, I was gonna say that's amazing for a hotel. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
no,
Moving
we're
to
like, we'll get them all in
Collinsville.
here. We'll get them all in here. That's the whole town. Yeah.
Jeez.
The whole town and their grandmas.
It's the
But
whole
yeah,
state of Illinois.
yeah, pretty much. No, that was something. I mean, yeah, that
I
was worse than Unicon.
so
I'd say that.
zero sales on Friday.
Zero
Yeah,
sales.
Right?
nothing.
Oh gosh, I can't imagine sitting there and just staring into the abyss,
Well, I
smashing
mean,
my head on the two.
that's why we were all talking to each other. Nobody was
Yeah.
ever, people were just going to their booths and BSing and walking over and talking to the celebs
I mean, it's
and whatever.
one thing if there's people walking around and looking. At least they come to the booth, like, please, please.
Yeah,
But if there's no
yeah.
one there, you don't even get that. You don't even get
Nobody.
that high.
No. Oh no, that
Oh,
one
really?
guy, he got on one of the Facebook groups and shredded it, and I'm sure there might have been others that did too. I didn't look, but no, there's that dude should disappear. He's really
I'm sure he has.
yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean like someone should off him. I mean like he should probably never show his
No, they
face.
probably
Or
should.
someone will.
Luigi.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could call Luigi. Oh wait, he's busy now.
Yeah, he's got his hands are tied.
He's not at McDonald's. I know that.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
all right.
really don't know what
Yeah.
else to say about this. I mean,
Yeah, this
AI,
is
fake
cut
advertising,
and dry.
using someone else's name to drive
Yeah.
for us, and maybe five attendees the whole weekend. So just be more diligent
Yeah.
than we were whenever vetting your shows. That's our PSA.
Yeah. All right. Well, Matt, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it and
Oh yeah, no problem.
giving us this info because I'm not
Anytime.
a complete
I'll-
loss.
I'll talk crap about anything. Just let me know.
All right. Well, thanks
Come
again,
on.
everybody, for tuning in. And Dylan, you got anything to add before we leave?
Hop on our Facebook, give us some questions. We'd love to end the year with a Q&A for just any
Yeah.
random vendor thing. We all know each
Facebook
other.
or Instagram. Facebook or Instagram. You can. It's all con job. So let us know. All right. See you guys.
See you guys.
That's it.